lock, babe. It's a lock, babe. It's a lock, babe. It's a lock, babe. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm super excited that you're here because I'm super excited for this video. I have been planning this video for over a year. Yes, I've been planning this video since December 6th, 2021. So what's so special about that day? On December 6th, 2021 is when I made the decision to lock my hair. So yes, that's when I made this decision and I have not regretted it, not once. It's been one of the most liberating things I've ever done in my entire life. Why did I choose to lock my hair? I chose to lock my hair because it's really one of the only styles that I had not done with my hair. I've been relaxed since I was about 11 years old up until maybe 23, 24, and then I made a decision. I did a big chop, and then I was a loose natural for about 8 years. And then I cut my hair because I went through a phase where I missed my pixie cut. I was just like, oh my God, I missed my pixies. So I cut my hair and I went back to having a pixies for about a year. And then I went back to being a loose natural. And like right after, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with my hair? Like I just kind of felt like I was constantly in a state where I'm asking myself, okay, what do I do with my hair? What do I do with my hair now, right? And so my daughter said to me one day, she's like, why don't you lock it? And I was like, why would I do that? But then I started doing more research and I realized that locking my hair isn't a permanent situation. A lot of people are under the idea that when you lock your hair, it's permanent. But I did some research and I realized that I can detangle it. Mind you, I would never actually sit to detangle my hair. I would just like cut it right off, you know, when I choose to, if I choose to get rid of the locks. In terms of how long I'm going to have my hair locked, I haven't actually made a decision as to how long I'm keeping it for. Right now I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it. It's been a year and a month because it's now January 2023. By the time you see this video, it's going to be about sometime in February. So I mean, I've really been enjoying the process and the journey. So literally I want to say about a day or two after I made the decision to color my hair and to twist my hair, I was presented with a job opportunity and then I was like, oh my gosh, like what do? Do I continue the locking process or do I undo it and remain a loose natural? The reason why I was debating whether or not I wanted to lock my hair was more so because the transition phase I realized could be very frizzy, right? It was just very frizzy and that's not really the way I wanted to present myself, if that makes sense, without offending anybody. So I was like, okay, what do I do? And then my daughter's like, well, they don't really know anyways. So I was like, okay, you know what? I made a decision and I continued with my journey. And like I said, it's been one of the most liberating things one of the most liberating decisions I have made in my entire life. So I mentioned coloring. When I started my journey, I was a redhead, and I'm gonna insert pictures probably while I'm talking, just so you can kind of see the journey throughout the last year. So when I made the decision to lock my hair, I bleached it and I colored it red. I was like, okay, what color do I want to do with my hair? Like, I'm one of those people where I'm always coloring my hair even as a loose natural. So I was like, ooh, what color do I want? Do I want red? Do I want brown? And I was sort of going for like a brown color. Somehow I ended up with red. It's all good because it was a beautiful color. And as the year went on, my hair color, of course, it was just a semi-permanent. So as the year went on, my hair color started to fade. Over the summer, I was like, ooh, I want to color it back. I wasn't quite sure whether or not I liked the color it had faded to, but then I got a lot of compliments on it. People were like, oh, it's a really nice summer color. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll keep it. And then it got into the fall where I was like, yep, I'm ready to color my hair because I felt like in the back, it was looking very brassy and I didn't really like that color. But then during the fall, I started swimming and I was like, okay, so I guess I'm not coloring my hair because I just can't deal with like the dye bleeding here, there, and everywhere, because that's actually something that I noticed. Like I color my hair all the time, but then the last time that I colored, not the last time, but when I colored my hair to lock it, I felt like every time I washed my hair, like it was constantly bleeding. Like it was just bleeding onto like my pillowcases, just everything. And I was like, this is very messy. So that's why I had delayed coloring it last fall. I did end up recoloring my hair again 2 nights ago. So the color that you are seeing is my current color. So it is cinnamon using the Adore brand, and I actually kind of like it. It's kind of nice. So just to talk about maintenance real quick. So in terms of maintaining my hair, when I first started, I had a lot of products. Being a loose natural, I was one of those product junkies, okay? So that's why I said it's been very liberating with locking my hair, because a lot of these products I have eliminated. So when I first started, I used to use the Camille Rose Almond J Butter for like my my twist outs, and I literally just purchased a brand new one. And I mean, if you know anything about hair care products, you know how expensive they can get. And I had literally just purchased a brand new Camille Rose, that Almond J Butter. I had just found a TGIN milk for my hair milk. I had also just purchased a Camille Rose moisturizing leave-in conditioner. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just purchased all these products totaling about $100. And I'm like, so I guess I'm not going to use them anymore. So when I first started, I mean, it was just really just a 2-strand twist. So I used to put the milk in my hair just because it was light. And a part of the research, a lot of people said not to really put products in your hair just because it can cause buildup. And buildup is something that I've been so particular about. Like I'm constantly like in my hair, like inspecting it, like, you know, because like I'm not about that life. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not about that life. So let's just finish talking about products before I talk about how, you know, I help to prevent the buildup in my hair. So like I said, I was using the milk because it's lightweight, and I mean, my hair was still technically loose. I was using it up until about the first month and a half to 2 months into the journey, and then I stopped completely. But in the process, when I first started, actually, I did have a TGIN hair mist that I was using. I want to say it was like a rose water, because like I said, I spent about a good, like I was in the store and I kept seeing all these products and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I want to try this, I want to try that, right? So I had all these products that I had just bought, and then I was like, oh. So the rose water mist by TGIN, I was using that at first until I transitioned into making my own mist. So currently I'm using rose water, aloe, and distilled water. I do put some of this cocoa nibs and honey ultimate strength serum from Camille Rose, so I dip that into the rose water just to kind of give it a little bit of oil when I mist my hair. And I also do use that to moisturize my scalp. So that's really it in terms of like products on my hair. And I mean, I have found times where my locks have felt a little bit dry. I tried doing a hot oil treatment, so I just like mix up a bunch of jojoba oil. I had a couple different oils. I had jojoba oil, I had olive oil, I used, oh my gosh, grapeseed oil, I put essential oils. I'm pretty sure there was I had pomegranate oil. There's a couple of different oils that I had mixed together with some essential oils, and I just saturated my hair with it and put a heat cap to do like a hot oil treatment to try to see if that would bring some moisture back into my hair, just because they were feeling a bit dry and a bit crunchy. So I did that and it did help. It did help. So that's it in terms of products on my hair. But what I have been doing, especially in the winter months, because I started in the winter and now I'm back in the winter, like the scarves that I use on my, like it's been a struggle because I've had to switch over to more silk-based scarf just to kind of help, because I would find that I was getting lint in my hair from, you know, those nice fluffy warm scarves that I'm just like, oh my gosh. And the silk-based scarf, like, I mean, they're great for my hair, but they're not the warmest. So that's been something that I have struggled with, especially this winter. I've kind of gone back and forth with alternating into, you know, like your cotton fluffy warm scarf, whatever material they're made out of, to my silk-based scarf. And I've found every time I have used one of those scarves, I've literally had to stand in the mirror, look at the ends of my hair just to make sure that there's like no lint, and just kind of pull it out, because I'm like, I really don't want that. And like I said, you know, I would constantly inspect like the strands of my hair just to make sure I'm not getting buildup. So when I first started, I was using the black castor oil for my retwist, because once again, I was trying to avoid products that will cause buildup. So I was using the black castor oil for my retwist, and it did really good. I mean, of course, it's not gel based or anything, so it would hold my retwist for about a week. Sorry, not a week, about 2 weeks. I would still have like parts and definition in my hair, and then it would transition into getting a little bit messy. And when I first started, I was a little obsessed with having, you know, my hair like neatly parted all the time. I was like doing a retwist like every 3 weeks, right? Every month, every 3 weeks to a month, I was doing a retwist. But I've kind of like graduated where, you know, my hair gets like a little like, you know, like messy and I'm not really seeing parts, and I actually kind of enjoy my hair being in that state. Some people will see me and they're like, oh, it's time for a retwist, or you need a retwist, and I'm like, yeah, but I like it, it's nice. You know, so that's really been it. And then I tried the aloe vera gel just to kind of see if that would hold a little bit better, because I wasn't enjoying the smell of the black castor oil. So then I tried the aloe gel, and I really didn't like the way that my retwist looked. It just looked dull. It wasn't giving. Yeah, so for this retwist, I did use the aloe vera gel for this. I can show you a bottle of what it looked like. I just picked it up at Walmart. It was like $7, which was great. Normally for my retwist, I have been using the Jamaican black castor oil, but honestly, I don't like the smell of it. Right? So I was like, okay, I guess we're gonna go back to the black castor oil for a while. And by this time, I had found the loctician. So I went to the salon, and she used this product in my hair, and I didn't like it because I felt like I left and I had so much flake. I felt like I was constantly like brushing my hair just to get all the flakes out, and I was like, ain't nobody got time for this, you know? And so the second time I went back was probably about the first time I went was in July, end of June, July, and then the second time I went was around August, September there. And then she used a new product in my hair, and once again I felt like that product left a lot of buildup in my hair, especially at the root, because it was like a gel based product. So by this time I was like, nah, I need something else. So I was in the hair store and I found this Talia, I never say her last name correctly. I don't know if it's Wajid or Wahajid, but I found this product. She has this Lock It Up gel, and I've really been enjoying it. So in November, when I went to go get my retwist, so that was the third time I visited the loctician, I brought my own products because I used it at home and I realized that it was really good in my hair. There was no buildup, there was no flaking. I was like, this is amazing. So I went to go see her and I brought my own product. So that's really what I've been using now for my retwist. In terms of shampoo, there's a Live Clean, and I've been using their clarifying shampoo. Once again, I be out here like scrubbing this hair because I'm like, we gonna stay clean. One thing we gonna do is be clean and, you know, no buildup, right? So that's really what I've been using for shampoo. In terms of like my transition, there was a few months where it was very frizzy. It was very frizzy. I was literally out here looking like Miss Frizzle. You know, so that was the stage where I was like a bit skeptical about, where I was like, do I want to proceed with that? But I mean, I got over it, and I started like, I was constantly in the mirror like checking my hair to see if it was budding, and I feel like I want to say I had budding around the 2 to 3 months mark. I was like, ooh, it's budding. And I mean, the journey's been really good. Like, I've really enjoyed it. Like, I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hair. Like, there's only been one person that has said something that I felt was very offensive. I was very offended by that comment. She had the nerve to open up her mouth and say to me, she's like, oh, make sure you keep it clean. She said that to me, and I was like, what? Like, do you know who you're talking to? Like, do you really know who you're talking to? Right? So anyways, I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hair, and I'm really enjoying it, and like, I'm just loving it. So we're just gonna get into the clips. What you're gonna see for the rest of the video is I'm really gonna be doing my lock count, because up until 2 days ago, I had no idea how many of these little babies I had. So you're gonna see me do my lock count. I'm gonna do a retwist. I'm going to color my hair, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy, as well as I'm going to insert clips, you know, here and there, just like showing you the transition phase. Or actually, because I don't want this video to be too long, what I'm probably going to do is do a separate video with just pictures and videos that I've made throughout the 1 year mark. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and until next time. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get this color in my hair and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and moisturize my hair.
Box by Chanel. Come wash, blow dry to bring your own products.
Sure.
That's what they do nowadays.
Well, that's what I do.
But it's like they're still charging people $250 for braids. Oh, and you have to bring your own pre-stretched hair.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Very confusing how to palm roll. Anyways. Wait, how was I doing it before?
What do you mean?
I don't remember. I've been out of the game for a while. Here. Mom, that's where I'm deciding to twist it.
So is that the direction that the other hair is going?
Because that's my dominant hand.
Okay.
Please put my head down.
Trying to twist here.
And I'm trying to get my money.
Oh, do we have elastics? Something very tight.
I need to get as much clients in my chair, and I'm going to provide awful service.
Are they gonna come back? I need.
And I'm gonna cancel
the
last
other
minute.
elastic.
Hey, babe. I always see you on TikTok, like when I get that text from my stylist.
Hey, babe. It's funny.
And I'm gonna drown your scalp in product too. Just get the cleanest part.
Yeah. That is ridiculous.
These new age braiders are something else.
Everybody's a braider, so.
Okay. This is so confusing, honestly.
I thought you were doing your dominant hand way.
No, not that. It's the palm rolling business.
You just go.
It's not that easy.
I've done it. You twist. And then you go.
You're not the loctician in
Okay.
this project, okay?
Are you able to two-strand twist them? Because
I just did.
Thank you.
But this one is not going to have
It
a
has to
partner.
get one from up there.
Borrowing?
So here's my retwist that my daughter helped me with, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show you the results. I wasn't able to actually find my clips, so that was the whole thing. When we were doing the retwist, I literally had to have her do a two-strand twist type of situation just to kind of help to secure it until I could dry it. But yeah, this is the result. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.